Oh boy, it's time to see if you're a squid or a kid now. Dean! Hey guys, HMK here with the review of Splatoon 2. Can I really say that? Part 1 of whatever. Oh, you'll know what I mean soon enough. Big thanks to Nintendo of America for providing me with a free game. FTC people gotta follow those guidelines. Anyways, this game's pretty fucking fun, just like the first Splatoon. Actually, it's a lot like the first Splatoon. Like, a lot like the first game. It's not even funny, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing after all. This is a sequel. It just narrowly provides enough to be called a sequel right out of the box. Right away, you'll notice the visuals are much better than Splatoon 1. It runs at a native 1080p and up to 60 frames per second, while the first game ran at a rather blurry 720p. While on the go, the game still looks fresh. Stay fresh. It feels and plays great. The colors of the stages and the ink are incredibly vibrant and pleasing to the eye. Splatoon 2 is even more of a treat to the senses than Splatoon 1. The music tracks are funky as hell and super catchy. There are a lot of weapons to choose from thanks to Splatoon 1 already introducing cool new weapons through its free updates, so there's plenty of variety off the bat. The different weapon types all function pretty well, but there are some better for certain situations. You figure out which is suited better for dishing out maximum coverage when inking turf, or what weapons are suited better for direct combat. However, despite the variety, there aren't many new additions, with the Splat Dualies really being the only new weapon, with the Umbrella Gun coming in a free update later. But, I mean, it's in the story mode though. Speaking of story mode, it's more of the same what you expect from playing the first game's story. You go from level to level to battle the Octarian forces with some cool level design and sporadic puzzles to accompany the third-person shooter action. The biggest improvement is the new expanded variety of weapons that becomes increasingly available as you go. Plus, if you love the boss from Splatoon 1, you're gonna love the boss battle from Splatoon 2. Now on to what you really play the game for, the online multiplayer. The multiplayer is fast, frantic, ink-filled fun for all ages that focus on splattering your foes and inking as much turf as you can to win turf wars. It's like totally tubular, man. Disgusting. It's all well and good. The new maps are both new and old, with the old choices being some of the best ones. Each weapon has a sub-weapon and a special, and all of them are brand new. Some of the specials are great, such as the Tentamissiles and the Baller, but some of them are straight up ass, like the Armor Up and the Spray Jet. Like, they're straight up booming Christ, I cannot stress how bad they are. Each of the modes I've played provide enough challenge and competitive play that I enjoyed from the first game. It's just due to having the game early, matchmaking is pretty hellish. And sometimes your partner is just, what the fuck? There's a ton of clones to choose from and buy, and they all look cool, and the new abilities that some can provide prove interesting and sometimes invaluable, but the refresh rate on the clothes is pretty terrible. However, the game, just like its predecessor, is very reliant on online connection, even a tad more so, as a lot of the game is inaccessible or unplayable offline, and there's no co-op modes whatsoever. Also, you can't switch your weapons or gear while matchmaking. This is a problem for the first game, and the fact that it still exists is inexcusable. Overall, I had a lot of fun with Splatoon 2, as I did with Splatoon 1. It's more of the same really, with some improvements and additions. However, there are some blatant cons to the game. Despite everything I said, I cannot give the game a full review score at the moment due to some variables present thanks to the nature of my early review copy. I have not tried Salmon Run. When will you open? I have not tried Ranked or League. Waiting sucks. And I have not tried LAN or local play. No one else has the game around me. So tune in next week after the game has released and I shall complete my review. My initial impressions are good and I can recommend it based on what I've experienced, but if you want the full package of what I think, join me next week. So Squid Kids, until then, I've been HMK. Be sure to subscribe, and until then, I will check you guys later.